What's poppin', YouTuber? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here, we're gonna be talking about if you have Neptune in the third house. And now pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your Neptune placement, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important that you have to look at yourself through astrology, study yourself through astrology, and overall love yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look through your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize you have Neptune in the third house, this video's for you. So without further ado, let's just get it poppin', shall we? Now you already know before I start, I'm going to give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Neptune in the third house people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Madonna, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Kurt Cobain, Leonardo DiCaprio, Halsey, Kendrick Lamar, Dave Chappelle, Carrie Hilson, and Britney Spears. Alright, so boom, Neptune in the third house. First of all, what does Neptune mean? What does Neptune represent in our birth chart? So the planet Neptune rules Pisces. So anything Neptunian, think about Pisces energy, which is fantasy, spirituality, most importantly, the fifth dimensional, 5D, so things that are not seen, the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind. It rules lies and deception too, because things that are not seen cannot be really, it's kind of really hard to pinpoint the truth, kind of really hard to pinpoint what's really going on when it comes to Neptune. So in your birth chart, when you look at what house Neptune is in, it kind of shows you where in your life you experience like fogginess, confusion, deception, low-key, like naivety in that area in your life. So looking at what house Neptune is in your chart makes you have to focus your energy on knowing the art. So in this area of my life, I kind of have a clear picture view of what's going on. I kind of have a foggy, clouded, diluted kind of energy in this area in life. So looking at what house it's in forces you to put your energy towards it. Like, all right, I have to put more focus on this area in life. I have to put more focus to gain more clarity in this area in life, because Neptune kind of dilutes it and makes it hard to pinpoint exactly what's going on in that area in life. And we already know the third house, ruled by Gemini, is our communication, the way we talk, the way we speak, the way we intellectualize things in our mind, the way we learn, the way we study. Also rules our community, our immediate community, like our neighborhood, our neighbors, also our siblings. So it's like our communication, the way we speak, the way we learn, siblings, and communicate. I just said that, and communication. So what does it mean when you have Neptune, the planet of confusion, the planet of naivety, the planet of clouded, diluted spirituality and fifth dimensional energy in the house of your communication, in the house of your intellectualized, in the house of your learning? Most likely when it comes to your childhood, a lot of times when it comes to school, I'll start off when it comes to school. If you were learning something from a boring, dry, stick to the script, dry teacher, like y'all really don't like to learn or study things that is really too much factual, too much to the books, too dry, too logical like that. Because a lot of times Neptune in this house, Neptune makes y'all mind drift off really easily. So it's kind of hard to stay focused on one thing. It's kind of hard to have like your attention focused on one specific thing, because Neptune kind of make your mind drift. This is just the type where people like to daydream a lot when you're studying, when you're learning things. So most likely you're better off learning when you're by yourself, when you're secluded, when you have your own environment, whether you have like music playing in the background or something. But y'all like to learn things in your own time, in your own way, and like in your own specific kind of energy. You don't like to learn things when somebody's teaching you and they're really boring, really not enthusiastic kind of thing. And now with this, your mind drifts off into the other realm, into the fifth dimensional, into the spirituality realm of reality. So a lot of times people around you look at you like you're not really here a lot. You could just be sitting here and you could just be like drifting off and thinking about something else. Like I said, if you're in school, You could be in school and your mind just be drifting off, thinking about something else, or looking around your surroundings, looking at their environment, thinking about something that's really not into reality, but that's really important to you in your mind. So a lot of times y'all come off as, yo, this person's not really book smart, or this person is not really school smart, but your intuition, the spiritual realm that y'all dive into naturally is A1. So with this placement, y'all need to really understand that your spiritual sense of the way your mind taps into the spiritual sense, the way your mind taps into the spiritual realm is second to none. So you are really good at tapping into that. But you have to put more focus when it comes to reality, when it comes to the realness of life and the reality of life. Like if you have to be on time to something, if you're promising someone to do something, when it comes to things that are real in this realm of reality, you have to put more focus on trying to follow through onto it. Like I said, a lot of times, if you're supposed to be at a certain place at a certain time, a lot of times you could forget what time it was, or when it comes to minute details of things, forget what time it is, what it at. Like when it comes to the details of the reality of life, your mind can kind of forget or not really pinpoint the true details of it. But when it comes to knowing something, looking at someone, seeing their spiritual sense, seeing or hearing things spiritually in the other realm, knowing what's going on intuitively, you can know something's going to happen before it happens. When it comes to the other realm, the fifth dimensional, your mind goes into that realm easy and very clear when it comes to that kind of aspect. So with this, like I said, Neptune shows you where you got to focus more energy, focus more attention as to where it's cloudy, where it's confusing, where it's diluted. So understand that with this placement, you got to put more energy, more focus on trying to focus on things in reality, trying to focus on things when it comes to reading, learning, studying, and communicating too. So when y'all are communicating, because Neptune is confusing and it's hard to pinpoint, a lot of times when you're saying things, as you see in this video, I've been stuttering a lot, I don't know why, but a lot of times when you're saying things, it could come off as people can not really understand what you're saying. It could come off as you have something smart to say, but you're kind of not confident in yourself, or kind of not confident in your abilities, so you just keep it to yourself. You kind of find it hard to really speak up for yourself in a way, but you could find yourself speaking up for other people more than you actually speak up for yourself, kind of thing. So understand that with this placement, Neptune makes it hard for y'all to really communicate clearly when it comes to speech, but when it comes to communicating through art, communicating through spirituality, communicating through intuition, communicating through writing, through poetry, communicating through other avenues of communication, that is not a reality. That's more emotional or spiritual in that avenue. That is where y'all are more successful in this lifetime. So a lot of times y'all are really good at being artists, being poets. You have a beautiful voice, speaking wise and singing wise. Anything that's really not of this realm, that is where your mind likes to tap into big time. So it's a good and a bad thing. Like I said, we have to find that balance when it comes to Neptune, as in being in the spiritual realm, being in the fifth dimensional realm, being in the outer worldly realm, and also being in reality. So put more focus on trying to work on your communication skills, work on speaking up for yourself. Try not to be too guilty of your abilities. Try not to be too insecure of your abilities or speaking of your mind. People might think that you're not book smart, like I said, but you are extremely intuitive and extremely spiritual in that avenue. So that is your forte. So a lot of times people like to delve into spirituality, occult knowledge, astrology, things of that sort. That's where your mind likes to tap into it big time. And now also Neptune in the third house. Third house represents your siblings. So a lot of times with this placement, you can have siblings that are tapping into or that are more of the Neptunian energy. An example is Beyonce. Y'all know how Beyonce is up here. And a lot of people didn't even know she had a sister, Solange. And Solange is very low-key, very underrated, very mystical. Her music is very Neptunian. So you can have a sibling that taps into Neptunian energy a lot. Or you can have a sibling that y'all don't really know each other like that. Like I said, Neptune makes it hard to understand, makes it confusing, so y'all cannot really know each other like that. Or you could grow up not knowing you had a sibling, and all of a sudden you realize, all right, so we're actually brothers, we're actually sisters. Y'all could have a sibling that you didn't know that was your sibling, and you realize later on in life that they're in your life. Also in your community, in your neighborhood, in your neighbors, y'all could feel really misunderstood in your immediate surroundings and all that. So understand that Neptune makes everywhere it goes very cloudy, very muddy, very hard to understand, hard to pinpoint. So knowing this about yourself, knowing this about your chart, knowing what you're good at, which is intuition, spirituality, poetry, writing, drawing, artisticness, knowing how to tap into the other realm through knowing how to tap into another way of communicating rather than like, physically speaking, but like I say, through artistic avenues, knowing your strengths, which is a spirituality, and knowing your weakness, which is trying to pinpoint something, which is trying to focus on something for a long time, which is trying to learn the old-fashioned way by reading. Like y'all most likely like to learn through videos, through pictures, through artists. Y'all like to learn through things that actually trigger your emotion, trigger your intuition, trigger something in you rather than just a plain old-fashioned reading a whole textbook, reading this, reading that. So understand this about yourself. Understand that you tap into the intuition big time when you're around people. So don't be so down on yourself if you're not communicating clearly to people. But understand that you actually know a lot that people don't know. You actually see a lot that people don't see. So use that as a benefit for you, as in bringing confidence in yourself. Like, all right, so even though I might feel like I don't communicate well, I know how to tap into an avenue that a lot of people don't know how to tap into. I'm a natural healer. I'm a natural intuitive. I'm a natural psychic. So understand that about yourself and hone in on those abilities. Work on meditation. Work on trying to focus on one thing at one time by meditating, by really trying to create an environment for yourself that is good for you so you can actually learn and study. Because in this reality, we have to learn, we have to study, we have to become intellectual in our mind to actually be successful in this reality. So find a way to do that helps you for yourself. Find a way that works better for yourself, that you could actually be able to learn and study well, rather than trying to be like, man, I don't like school, forget reading, forget studying. Like, y'all really need to focus on trying to pinpoint things, pinpoint a way that can help you learn and study in this reality for yourself. But like I said, overall, people that are dealing with Neptune in the third house people, understand that if they're sitting in a room and they're not really engaging, or they're their mind drifting off, or they're really just zoning out a little bit, understand that their mind naturally likes to go into the other realms. And if you are a Neptune in the third house person, try to surround yourself around people that can really help you tap into reality, that can really help you tap into what's going on around you. Like, try to work on not being deceptive when you're speaking. Try to work on not lying when you're speaking. Be careful what you're promising. Like, I'll be there at 8 o'clock. And then if you show up at 8:30, 8:45, really work on, or really understand that your mind is not really exact when it's speaking. It's not really exact when it's pinpointing things, but it's more drifty, it's more Neptunian, it's more spiritual, it's more hard to pinpoint. So like I said, dealing with people, surround yourself around people that will help you really delve into reality, that will help you be structured in a way. But like I said, your intuition is A1. Your psychic abilities is A1. So keep that in mind and trying to tap into that, and also tap into the reality of this world. So that's my video on Neptune in the third house. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be a Neptune in the fourth house, and I have that placement, so you already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real, you already know. But if you still haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm going to see all y'all when I see y'all. Peace.